Isn't it funny when Apple tries to wow you with something that other companies have been doing for a bit, and yet apparently they might do it better? Because, well, for anyone wanting an iPhone with a periscopic zoom lens, it seems that the company just found a solution, and also, well, we kind of get a date. Speaking of those dates, Apple's AR headset might be getting pushed back, if we could even say that, and Meta wants their upcoming AR glasses to be considered an iPhone moment. I'm Jaime Rivera, and dear Mark Zuckerberg, might I just remind you that Apple's iPhone moment was a work in progress where Steve Jobs first won the respect of an industry, which you still don't have. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Apple and delays. I mean, if you've been trying to get your hands on any of Apple's computers, there's an explanation as to why that has sort of gone south. We have a new report from Mark Gurman where he notes that shoppers are facing longer waiting times than usual for the cases of the MacBook Pros, for example. This is reportedly happening due to new lockdowns that have been going on in China, where we have the base 14-inch model having delivery estimates pushed to May 26, while if you're ordering the higher tier models, that one has to wait until June. What's crazy here is that if you even get a Mac Pro, you can usually get that in May, but then if you want to get the 16-inch MacBook Pro, you have to wait a lot longer. Multiple factories have been shutting down as of late, with at least 2 of them being major suppliers, so let's see how things evolve, because you and I know we just don't want another 2020. Let's move on to Meta and some of their next moves for AR, as things seem to be moving, and I really am doing my best to pretend that I'm excited here. Sorry, I really cannot pretend how little admiration I have for the company that's doing this. But anyways, according to a new report, Meta's first generation AR glasses, which are dubbed Nari, should be coming for developers and early adopters in 2024? Anyways, these would be designed to work independently from your smartphone, with the use of a wireless phone-shaped device that would offload part of the computing requirement for the glasses to function. One of the key features here is that users would be able to communicate and interact with other people's holograms, like we saw on Meta's video in October. Right, that disturbing October video. Thing is, we also hear that there will be a more advanced version coming in 2026, where we might not even be using phones anymore, but wait, there's more. There was even a comment made to The Verge where an internal source claims that Mark Zuckerberg wants these glasses to be the company's iPhone moment, aka the turning point for the company, which was all sounding pretty bold until we heard the second bit. See, on a separate report, we also hear that the same company that complains about Apple's 30% cut is also planning to take nearly 50% in digital commissions for purchases made in the Metaverse. Right, the same company that ran a whole campaign where they said that they were in favor of small businesses. And I've said anyways too many times with this segment, I'm sorry. But alright, let's stick to AR headsets and fully move the conversation onto Apple. A couple of months ago, there were a lot of reports that were hinting to a release that could happen this year, and that might not be the case anymore. We have a new report from Jeff Pu suggesting the Cupertino's AR headset will be further delayed and will likely only launch at the beginning of next year. Most of the issues seem to be from supply chain constraints, as Cupertino would have to launch this headset with limited stock if they would want to make the deadline this year, which is forcing them to push things back. Initial expectations for this were around 1 to 1.5 million sales in the first year, which is kind of crazy for this market, so limited stock wouldn't do well for a product they expect to sell, I mean, this much, if you could say it that way. And hey, since we haven't talked about it in a while, this device is rumored to bring Apple Silicon powering the show, multiple 8K displays on a $2,000 price tag. I don't know. I think that they were just waiting on the Metaverse, and then they realized that Mark is not even close to being ready, and they were like, fine, we'll just wait a little longer and get it right. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple again, but move on to iPhone cameras. A new report from The Elect claims that Apple has struck a deal with a new supplier of telephoto lens components in order to finally bring a periscopic camera system for future iPhones. And in typical Apple fashion, this new supplier is building new plants to produce OIS actuators that would then get Cupertino's approval once they're finished, but of course, there's a catch. This whole process of building new plans and plants, that's going to take a year to conclude. And then what makes these special is that these OIS actuators combine OIS and autofocus functions into one, which is likely to be used in the telephoto cameras of 2023 iPhones. And the elec has previously linked these components to periscopic camera systems anyways. And I mean, the rumors about a periscopic camera have been going on since 2020, but we also got sources like Ming-Chi Kuo claiming that it would make its way onto the iPhone 15. So anyways, for today's question, let us know, how much do you care about a phone with a periscopic zoom lens? Because, I mean, if Oppo killed the same technology from their Find series and they pretty much came up with it over consumer feedback, I mean, I think that was interesting. I like having it, but I honestly don't use it much. That's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We're curious to know what you do. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me state the obvious about companies like Facebook and Meta. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.